I am back home after my little jaunt to Hot Springs, Arkansas. If you didn't see the videos where I found gold and silver there, uh, please go back and watch them. I'll try to make this YouTube thing work for me and give you a little pip showing a playlist of those videos. And we'll see if that works. What I want to talk about today, however, is what you're looking at, which is a couple watches that I've found. Now, I should note that I have had these watches for a little bit. I just forgot that I had them and was sorting out. I'm like, oh yeah, the YouTube watch people will probably want to see these. Well, one of them at least. So I'll start with this one on the left, which is a Vulcain. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. People can actually go ahead and tell me how to pronounce that. And I got a little excited when I saw this just because I liked it. I don't know. I kind of like that it's not like a super duper watch, but I loved that. Like this rad sword and shield on the back. I thought, Swiss, automatic, I'll give you $15 for it. And yeah, I've worn it a little bit. I quite like it. I think it probably needs a servicing. It doesn't keep time as well as I would prefer. And one of the things I've noticed with these is that as much as I like to wear them, I feel a little guilty that if I'm wearing it without a servicing, I maybe am damaging it. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but that is my understanding. Now, I would like to find one of their crickets. Apparently, this company made one of these mechanical watches with a little mechanical alarm in it. And I find that very exciting. I suspect other watch people do too. If anyone has one of those, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear that. So I just wanted to actually put this one in here just because it's the kind of thing that I will actually buy when I find them. There are a lot of watches out there that are cool, but I try not to grab every one I come across. But this is a good example of the kind of watch that I'm having a hard time resisting now, even though it's only, I think, gold fill. I think this one's actually gold fill, maybe gold plated. But I see something like that. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I'm not sure if anyone else has that particular brainworm that says you have to buy this just because of the back of the watch. But it is a nice little watch, and I do like it. If anyone has more information about it for me, I would appreciate that. Now, this watch over here was the main reason I wanted to do a video. And I probably should have included this in my previous YouTube video on watches, but I had it in a different place, and I kind of forgot that I had it there. You can see it's running. It seems to run pretty well, although you see the chronograph there seems to reset at some point before 12 o'clock. Now, if I hit this, I believe, does it work? No. Yeah, so we definitely have some challenges here. Oh. And it needs some probably repairs and servicing. My understanding is Wyler was a company that used a French, something like a Valjoux 72, something like that. I'm not 100% clear on this. I'm sure some folks can actually tell me what is going on with this watch. I found a lot of various information on these. One was that this is the original, what they call Panda dial, where you have the white and black, which I do find very attractive, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that really caught on. But I don't know if the information I found that this is the original is correct. What I do know is that this watch dates from the 1960s and is really dang cool. And I would very much like to have it serviced and repaired. Although I have a suspicion, given the fact that it's a chronograph and a watch, it's not exactly the easiest thing to service in the world. And it does actually, if I, let's try one more time there. Yeah, see, it's trying. It's trying to work. Maybe I just needed to wind it a little bit more. Oh, yep, I hadn't really wound it. So yeah, it does go. Look at that. But that said, I would feel terrible if I were to actually damage the watch by wearing it around. And I have done a little research. These do seem to be valuable, but there doesn't seem to be that many of them. Apparently, they're from sort of the glory days of mechanical watch timing, and they were a popular thing with like racing enthusiasts, race cars, that sort of thing. But I really haven't been able to find a lot more about it that I trust. You know how the internet is. It's it's one of those things where it's like people will say things on there, and you're like, well, yes. What I can say for sure is that I think it's a very cool watch, and I would very much like to have it repaired at some point, but I don't really know who will do that for me. If anyone will do it for me, even for any money. I've been finding it very, very difficult to find a watchmaker that I can trust. I have seen a lot of watchmakers that say they will do things for a great deal of money, but I don't know if they're worth risking a cool watch for. Now, all that said, I did pay exactly nothing for this watch. And when I say that, I mean my neighbor was bringing stuff to the thrift shop when they moved, and they had just boxes and bags of stuff. And I had another friend moving into a house, and I said, hey, could I have a look through this and see if there's anything that they need for their new house? And when I was looking through things, I spotted this in a bag and pulled it out, and they said, yeah, you can have that. It was like a great uncle's or something. They couldn't remember whose it was. No one in the family wanted it. So I took it, brought it back, found that it might be worth a fair amount of money. Said, hey, can you take this back? It looks like it's valuable. And they're like, no, nobody wants it. And we're not going to bother with anything. It'll just sit in a drawer. So if you want it, you should take it. So I took it. I will also add something else about my videos. I've been doing a little bit of looking on my YouTube analytics, and one of the things I've found is that my videos where I ask you to like, subscribe, and comment are actually promoted by the algorithm more than videos where I don't ask those things. So I would prefer you do those things for me. But if you don't, I'm just going to have to start saying it in every video because the algorithm gods demand it. I hope you're having a great day.